Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Zero again, and we're bringing you another Black Ops 2 gameplay commentary. This time we're doing domination on the map Yemen, which I've uploaded before, but it's such a good map, and honestly, we put such a beat down on these guys that I figured it would be an enjoyable match to watch. Instead of talking about the actual gameplay this time, I'm going to talk about the state of Call of Duty in general. Treyarch has went so far as to say that they actually want Black Ops 2 to be the next major esport. You know, they want it to be right up there with MOBA games like Dota 2 and League of Legends and things like that. They want Black Ops 2 to be a viable esport choice, which, if I'm being completely honest, in its current incarnation, is just not. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen an Oven Baked Muffins video about the lag compensation, or well, not the lag compensation, but the advantage that a host has, even on a system link game, which there should be zero lag whatsoever. Even on a system link game, there's 160 milliseconds of advantage that the host has. You know, you can't get a better connection unless you're the host than being on system link. I mean, your ping should be 1 to 2 milliseconds at that point, and yet, you know, the host has 166 millisecond advantage. Now, granted, that doesn't seem like a whole lot until you realize that the average human reaction time is a grand total of 200 milliseconds. And 1/5 of a second is what it normally takes our brain to see something, process it, and react to it. So basically, at your best, you're going to be twice as slow at reacting than the host is. You know, you have your normal 200 milliseconds, and then the 166 millisecond advantage that he has. That means that before you can react to the host popping onto your screen, it's been 366 milliseconds. That's, you know, almost a half a second, which is honestly, for as long as Call of Duty has been out, and they've been using the same engine since COD 4, I mean, that's just flat out inexcusable. There is no way that you can say that you want your game to be a competitive game, you want it to be an esport, when the best connection you can hope for is 166 milliseconds of lag. I mean, if you think about it, you are automatically starting off at a 3-bar connection on this game. And the thing that's so confusing is that we're going backwards with this. I mean, Modern Warfare 2 gave you a huge advantage if you had a crappy connection. Black Ops 2, you know, to their credit, did try to do away with that. The people with the horrible connections generally don't have an advantage now. But the host has an even larger advantage now than they did in MW2. And that was the entire point of starting this lag compensation thing up, of making the changes that they did to get away from MW2 style lag comp, was to get rid of the host advantage. So in order to get rid of the host advantage, they've now given the host an even larger advantage, which, you know, honestly, I have no logical explanation for why they're doing this, you know, for why they're going with this. When Activision owns all the code from the previous Call of Duties, they could easily just copy and paste Modern Warfare 2's lag compensation code, their network code, into this game. You know, I mean, granted, I'm sure it's a little bit more complicated than that, but the fact that, you know, every time somebody brings up lag, the answer is always your ISP or we need video proof, and despite the amount of video proof that they've received, they still refuse to admit that there's a major problem. I mean, this game is the first Call of Duty where I've honestly felt like I have to choose between enjoying playing a game with my friends or having an enjoyable gaming experience. And, you know, if you're going to take, you know, the fact that you can play it with friends and have fun away, I mean, that's just, I just have, you know, I don't even have anything to say here because it just bamboozles me so much. As a matter of fact, it bamboozles me so much that the appropriate word for what it does to me is to say the word bamboozles. Okay, well, anyway, kind of got away with a little bit of a rant there. What I actually wanted to talk about in this video also is, you know, some things that I'm planning on doing with my channel. I mean, I have no delusions that I'm going to become this huge Market J or Ali A style channel. I mean, that's not going to happen. I'm not a good enough player, even though I am pretty good at the game. You know, I don't have it in me to grind out ground war domination games all day, every day, trying to get 100+ kill games to put on my channel. That's just, you know, if you want those things, there are all kinds of other channels out there that you can have. So what instead I want to do is something that I did in the Unreal Tournament days back on the PC. They're kind of map guides, but not so much a map guide. Basically what I do is I'll show you opening routes through the maps, and as we get to areas, I'll highlight areas that you should watch for. So on the screen you'd see, like say I'm running around to that B tower there coming from C, you know, I would highlight that B tower window in red and say, well, this is an area you need to watch, things of that nature. Another thing that I'm going to do is realized I used VSAT dogs and Swarm here, and I've used Lodestar dogs, Swarms in another game. I want to kind of get away from that because, like I said, there's just so much of that on YouTube that there's really, you know, after a while it just starts to seem like all those videos look the same. You know, you get your kill streaks, you cycle through them, your kill streaks will lead to another group of kill streaks, and you just repeat ad nauseum until you have over 100 kills. Granted, those gameplays are impressive, but personally I would rather see somebody run around and get 50 to 60 gun kills in a match than, you know, 30 gun kills and then 70 kill streak kills. I mean, that's just me personally. So you'll probably see a lot more games with the non-lethal kill streaks, like UAV counter UAV VSAT or counter UAV VSAT EMP, or just lower kill streaks in general. There seems to be this perception that you have to have, you know, huge kill streaks on in order to get really good gameplays. And that's just not true. I've had several 70, 80 kill games where I've used UAV counter UAV lightning strike. You know, it's all about your map knowledge, your gun skill, and knowing what to do in what situation. And that's something that I hope to touch on in future videos. I hope to give you guys greater map knowledge. Gun skill is not really something that can be taught. I can give you tips and tell you how to practice to get better gun skill, but that's honestly is just repetition and muscle memory. You know, that's the only thing you can do to get better at guns in this game, is to actually just play the game and use the guns. But hopefully map knowledge, and also the one thing that I really want to touch on, and that I'll probably do in future videos at least, is I'm going to kind of pause the video at certain points and bring up the minimap and highlight things that I see on the minimap that might explain why I do the things that I do. Because I feel like those types of things will be the more beneficial things for people. You know, there are certain things that you can't control in these games. And this is, you know, going back to before noob tubes and everything in MW2, Modern Warfare 2 felt like you control your destiny in that game. If you're better than the other players in the room, you'll have a great game. If you're not, then you're probably going to take a bad one. But in this game, it just seems at times like you're just more at the mercy of the network code and the connections than anything. So I'm going to do what I can to try to arm you with the knowledge to give yourself the best chances of having these high-scoring games and winning. If this is something that you think is a good idea and would like, let me know. If you'd rather see me take the channel in another direction, let me know. Because right now I'm doing this for you guys. I'm not doing it to become a big YouTube sensation, because that's not going to happen. Anyway, peace.